Hi guys, this is Chris Davies from carproductstested.com, and today we have the special edition Isuzu D-Max AT35 on test, and I thought I'd take you for a quick drive in it. There's obviously the other videos you can check out on this, off-roading, where we take it for a proper off-road test, not a light off-road test, a proper one, through mud and water and everything, and also a cabin tour to show you the slight differences between this and a normal Isuzu D-Max. So been sent the automatic version of this truck. I've never had the D-Max in an automatic before, and I've always had the manuals, and I do absolutely prefer the automatic gearbox 100%. The manual's okay, but it's the truck is it's a proper work truck, and can tend to be quite tired after short journeys, especially around town with the manual gearbox in my It's going to buy a D-Max, get the automatic gearbox. Fuel economy is still really good as well. Right, so AT35, what does that stand for? It's the Arctic trucks, and it's got 35-inch tyres. I'm guessing that's what the 35 stands for. Now this is it's basically being given to Arctic trucks, and they work their magic on it to make it very, very, very capable off-road. And I'll explain how they've done that. Basically, they've put Fox performance suspension front and rear to that raises the suspension's been lifted by 20mm. The body's been raised by 30mm, and overall I think you get about 125mm of extra ground clearance, which is a lot. But rather than this being a big wallowy beast being raised up, and it does feel a lot higher than the standard D-Max, which was already had a good ground height, good ground clearance. This is set the suspension up really nicely on it, because one thing they haven't done is, with making this AT35, is compromise on the towing capacity. The actual load bed capacity stays the same as the standard D-Max, and the towing capacity of 3.5 tons stays the same, which is impressive. The handling's it's still a big pickup truck, but it doesn't feel as skittish over the bumps as the standard D-Max, which is a good thing, because the back end tended to just jump about a little bit over these sort of bumps we're going on and out. As you can probably tell, the suspension is still very firm. To be honest, there's a little bit of difference on the actual comfort of this truck over the D-Max. A tiny bit of suspension, but it's barely there. It's more at the front end, I feel, than the back end. The back end obviously still got to be used for towing, but tyre noise, there isn't that much difference, I don't think. There's a little bit more road noise through these massive tyres, and they are big as well. I'll put a picture up on the screen of it. They're a lot wider. They've had to widen the arches by about 5-6 inches to hold the tyres in, but overall tyre noise is still very reasonable on it. this is around, retails for around £30,000 for the extended cab, and 34,000 for the double cab, which I'm driving today. It's a 2016 model vehicle. It was released in, well, the vehicles were released in July 2016, and as mentioned, I took this off-roading yesterday, and the extra ground clearance made a huge amount of difference. And those tyres, obviously, are Nokian tyres, and they're not full-blown off-road tyres. They look more sort of winter tyres, deep tread. But I took this through, you know, slimy bog with deep water. Took it through deep trenches where they'd just been ground away by other four-wheel drives, and if it wasn't for this ground clearance, I doubt very much it had tackled the ruts that I'd been through yesterday in this anywhere near as well. But it's got the same transmission, the same engine, and the same off-road package as the standard D-Max has got. So you've got you're driving normally two-wheel drive through the rear wheels. Then you've got a four-wheel drive mode with 4 high and 4 low. So basically you've got a 4 low for, you know, crawling along basically through thick mud and water, and, you know, for the really rough stuff, and 4 high for sort of tackling snow and you know, fields, things like that. Personally, I'd have liked to have seen more Arctic truck features in the cabin. I'll talk about that later, and on the outside too, because there's not anything really in the cabin to tell you this is an Arctic Trucks edition. Obviously you're driving it, but, you know, it'd be cool for when people get in to see Arctic Truck stickers here and there. And aside from that, the drive of it, they've done a really good job on the suspension. It's not wallowy. It's definitely a little bit more stable than the normal D-Max, and drives fine. I'd have liked to have seen a remap with this vehicle done, so you know, pull a bit more torque out of it, and horsepower. That'd have been cool, you know, because then you've got obviously a more powerful vehicle, stands it out a little bit more against the standard D-Max again. That's probably around £1,000 to get that done, maybe less. The tuning company probably paid between £300 and £500 to get it remapped. But overall, I like it. It sets this vehicle, especially from the outside. I mean, driving it now, you feel really high up, and in fact I drove past a Range Rover the other day and I was sat higher than the new Range Rover, which is impressive. There's not many vehicles where you sit physically as a driver, sit higher than a Range Rover. Secondly, from the outside, this thing looks awesome. It's such a tough looking beast. Really, really cool. I would say definitely the coolest pickup truck you can buy in UK roads today. Definitely, there's nothing that comes close to looking as cool as this. And when you're driving it, because you sat so high up, and you know the vehicle's big, and you do feel a bit like king of the road. It's a cool vehicle. I'd have liked to have seen the suspension being a bit softer for the back. Personally, if I was buying an AT35 for myself, but not for work, I'd have actually got them to maybe tune the suspension even softer. I don't need a 3.5 ton towing capacity for personal use, but that's how it is. and it's a good vehicle, very cool, stands out from the crowd, amazing off-road, really capable, and drives just as well as the other D-Max. Again, the engine is still noisy, and you can read from my previous long-term updates on the standard D-Max. You can read about, you know, everything to do with it. I mean, I covered everything, every last little inch of the D-Max 35. Sorry, it's of the standard D-Max, and pretty much the Arctic trucks was a stroke of genius by Isuzu working with them, because this is actually going to be gone soon. I think the new Isuzu D-Max comes in spring 2017, and it's now February 2017, so it's not long until the new one's out. So to create sort of a line of which they do, they've created a few different sort of special models of it, like the Fury edition, and there's a couple of those, like a forest, like a hunting edition, for dog cages in the back, etc. But to work with Arctic trucks is just brilliant. It's a really good idea by Isuzu, and I applaud them for that, because it's just made this truck into a super cool vehicle. Whether you want that for personal use or for work use, I like the fact that they've left the towing capacity the same. It's a really good idea, that. And if you're looking for a truck, you know, that's extremely tough, where you could use it for work every day but still look cool, and actually it'd be a really good advert for your business if you had your logos plastered. I mean, this gets a lot of people looking at it, grabs a lot of attention. So splash your logos down the side, and for the price, around 33,000, I think it's, you know, it's really good money. And I think I like the way that, even though it's got this full updated package off one of the most revered off-road companies in the world, Arctic Trucks, who's, you know, have been doing this for decades basically. I think it's well worth the money. And if you're thinking of getting something that's capable, big, brash, cool, and make your company stand out, definitely go and have a look at the Isuzu D-Max AT35. Let's hope with the new D-Max they do the same as well. I'd like to see an AT35 of the new Isuzu D-Max coming in spring. So thanks for watching, and please check out the full written review on my other videos, carproductstested.com. Follow me on Twitter at carproductstests, Facebook Car Products Tested. I'm on Instagram as well, under the same name obviously, and thanks very much for watching.